Allegiance. Place your right hand over your heart. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice. Madam Clerk, could you call the roll?
Yes, Mayor. Quorum is present for the City Council, Successor Agency, Housing Authority, Finance Authority, Parking Authority, and Joint Powers Authority.
Okay. We're going to start with the public comment. Any persons wish to address the City Council, Successor Agency, Housing Authority, Finance Authority, Parking Authority, JPA on any item on the agenda other than the public hearing may do so at this time.
Good afternoon, Council. I was commenting on a couple items on the agenda regarding the Inglewood Transit Connector. And listen,
I
you have
figured I'd get
a
this
couple
out of the way.
contracts going out for consulting, and I just want to understand that process. When will the council or the developers of this project come back with a final estimation or cost of what this project's actually going to be? Because I believe in Trifoletti's consulting contract, which you guys are extending again. It appears that the scope of our work is to get a commitment from the city for funding of the ongoing operations, but yet still, the taxpayers have never said they would fund this project. So where did that commitment come from? And I'm gonna say this for public consumption. Don't let them railroad you with this project. Because I'm hearing a lot of things as this project is as good as gold, but we're not hearing the final numbers. Also, regards to the final numbers, when are we gonna get a commitment from these people? Because I've seen this project at hand. All this development is great. But it seems like the city's never gonna make money from these projects. Because if the taxpayers are absorbed with the cost of the funding of the police, because that takes a lot of money, and subsidizing the cost of the Inglewood Transit Connector, because we haven't got a final number on that, where's the win-win in this situation? And so that a problem I did have. Well, I didn't so much have, but I think I hear a lot of people in this community ask questions. And I at least want that on the record, that this project's being bulldozed. And I think there should be a more transparent effort by this city and the consultant to let the residents know what's going on. And in all due fairness, if you put these in your staff reports, that there's a commitment by the city to fund this project, the residents, the people that pay these bills should know what they're being committed to. Thank you.
Thank you. With that, we'll close public comment. We have a presentation by the Assessor's Office, and the County Assessor Jeff Prang is going to come up for 4 minutes or so.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, council members. It's good that you put the politicians back here in the back of the room.
No, actually, Mr. Prang, you can come up here and sit next to the Assistant City Manager, and you can control your slides too.
Appreciate it.
There you go. Yeah, you if you want to, if you could switch, he can speak, and then you can. Do you? Who's going to narrate? Are you going to narrate? Then you'll have to narrate from the back, and he'll have to push the buttons up front.
The mic
It
is,
doesn't mean he's more important than you. It just means
the mic is cordless.
he's a
though,
technical guy.
Mayor. The mic is cordless.
But you're going to be on TV nonetheless.
I'm coming closer so I can see you guys.
Okay.
If that's all right, I don't have much of a podium, but I appreciate you giving me a few minutes to be here to visit with you and your constituents today, talk a little bit about what's going on in terms of property assessment here in the city of Inglewood. I'm just really glad that there's not a Taylor Swift concert here tonight. Keep us from getting here. As a former council member from West Hollywood, I appreciate how busy you are tonight, so I'll try to be quick. Just a couple of things by way of background about my office. I am not the tax collector. I'm not the guy who sends you your your tax bill. I am the assessor. I'm one of 3 countywide elected officials. Everybody knows the other 2, the sheriff and the DA. I'm the kind of the forgotten one. I run the largest assessment agency in the United States. We have about 1,400 employees. We're responsible for valuing about 2.4 million properties in LA County that are, this year were valued at close to $2 trillion. The primary role of my job is the production of what we call the assessment roll, which is essentially the inventory of all taxable property in LA County. Obviously, this is the assessment roll is the foundation for the property tax system and the revenues that you have to spend on vital local services. But the assessment roll is also a very important document in that it helps you prepare for your budget. It helps provide some insight as to the health of the local economy as well. We closed what we call the assessment roll. This is, again, it's the inventory of all property in the county. We closed that on June 30th, and we're just now starting to release a lot of that data. I can tell you that the assessment roll countywide grew by $111 billion last year, about 6% overall over last year, and the total value of all, assessed value of all property in the county is about $2 trillion. That's with a T. And that'll generate about $24 billion in property taxes for schools, for cities, and for county government. Inglewood's contribution to the 2023 assessment roll included about 14,000 single-family home residential parcels, 4,600 apartment complexes, and about 1,800 commercial and industrial parcels, for a total value of $16 billion. That's about a 5.3% improvement over the year before, and about a 71% increase over 5 years ago, and a whopping 143% over the last 13 years. Inglewood has for the
Say
last...
that again, please. Could you say that one more time? That 143%.
percent. I
And you know what the
understand there's some-
coincidence?
there's some
That's
things-
when I took office. Just a coincidence, but go ahead.
I've seen in the newspaper that there might be some construction projects going on around here, and we've taken note. You guys should be flush with property tax dollars. I'm sure you've been noticing although the things that have begun to soften up over the last quarter of the year, although Inglewood still remains one of the strongest growing cities in the county. But we've noticed a decrease in commercial property parcels, not just in Inglewood, but county-wide. This is more or less just a correction from some of the overheated market during COVID. One of the information points I wanted to raise is the median sales price of single-family homes. Countywide, the median sales price is $912,000, and while my number for Inglewood is a little bit old, the most recent number we had is $760,000, which is up 5% over last year, but the year before it was up 10%. So Inglewood residential property is moving rather briskly, and we anticipate that it will continue to. One of the things my office does that people don't know about, even though I'm not a revenuer, I don't collect taxes, one of the things I do is I manage a number of property tax savings programs. There are programs for seniors, veterans, the disabled, for nonprofits, and for religious institutions. And last year, we helped taxpayers save $724 million in property taxes through various exemptions and exclusions. And there's a little graph here that tells you about what some of those are. The most important one I wanted to emphasize today is something that is available to almost everybody in Inglewood who owns their home. It's called the homeowner's exemption. Anybody who owns their home and who lives in it qualifies for the homeowner's exemption. But here in Inglewood, about a third of all property owners who qualify don't apply. And the reason that they don't apply is because they simply don't know about it. The county doesn't give me any money to tell you about it. However, I'm certain that the people on fixed incomes, seniors who would benefit from a little bit of tax savings should be encouraged to file for the homeowner's exemption. One of the big issues, the last thing I wanted to talk about is a big issue that's affected a lot of people in recent years, and that is fraud against real estate. People recording documents against your property without your knowledge, sometimes stealing the property. Well, I just launched a new program we call the e-notification program. This will allow you to register your email address with my office, and if somebody tries to record something against your deed, such as a grant deed or a deed of trust or even a lien, you will get an email notification within 48 hours saying that somebody recorded something at your property. You can then make the determination whether that's supposed to happen or not. Without this system, you have to wait for over a month for the registrar recorder to send you a letter by mail. And sometimes if somebody's trying to commit fraud against you, that's too late. So if you own property, I urge you to go to our website, which is assessor.lacounty.gov. Look up your property address, just type it in, it'll show up, and you can include your email. And finally, one other helpful tip for your residents: if you own property or are interested in real estate, I encourage you to sign up for our monthly newsletter, where we provide a lot of very helpful tips about how to save money and what to look out for. Keep yourself out of trouble in owning property in LA County. But I thank you for this, giving me the opportunity to talk about these brief updates with you, and happy to answer any questions. If not, I know you have a long meeting, and I'll get out of your way.
Well, it won't be a long meeting, but there won't be any questions. Thank you very much. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Okay. With that, we'll go to the agenda. Item 1, CSA 1 and H1.
Warrant register.
So moved.
Second.
Madam City Clerk.
Council members, successor agency members, and housing authority members, Gray.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Fogg.
Aye.
Mayor Chairman Buds.
Aye. PH1.
Yes, Mayor. The scheduled hearing was to consider introduction of an ordinance approving zoning code amendment number 23-00004 in Chapter 12 of the Inglewood Municipal Code to establish regulations for fast food restaurants citywide.
We'll continue the public hearing until the meeting of September 19th, 2023. M1.
Approval of the minutes for the meetings held on June 6th, June 13th, June 20th, and June 27th, 2023.
Move approval.
Second.
Madam City Clerk.
Council members, Gray.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Fogg.
Aye.
Mayor Buds.
Aye. Consent calendar, items 2 through 9.
So moved.
Second.
Madam City Clerk.
Council members, Gray.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Fogg.
Aye.
Mayor Buds.
Aye. DR1.
Staff report recommending that the mayor and council members adopt a resolution to authorize the issuance of taxable pension obligation bonds to 1, redeem the outstanding taxable pension obligation bond anticipation notes, 2, refund a portion of the outstanding taxable pension obligation bonds issued in 2005, 3, fund the city of Inglewood's normal pension costs for fiscal year 23 through 24. 4, pay the cost of issuance for the 2023 bonds. And 5, take all actions contemplated by the resolution, including approving a third supplemental trust agreement, a continuing disclosure agreement, a bond purchase agreement, and authorizing distribution of a preliminary official statement.
Move adoption.
Second.
Madam City Clerk.
Council members, Gray.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Fogg.
Aye.
Mayor Buds.
Aye. DR2.
Staff report recommending that the mayor and council members approve a sewer relocation agreement with the County Sanitation District Number 2 of Los Angeles County for the Inglewood Transit Connector project in the amount of $180,000.
Move 1, 2, and 3.
Second.
Second.
Madam City Clerk.
Council members, Gray.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Fogg.
Aye.
Mayor Buds.
Aye. DR3.
Staff report recommending that the mayor and council members approve amendment number 2 to agreement number 22-118 with Gannett Fleming, Inc. for on-call professional engineering services for the Inglewood Transit Connector project.
Move 1, 2, and 3.
Second.
Madam City Clerk.
Council members, Gray.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Fogg.
Aye.
Mayor Buds.
Aye. DR4.
Staff report recommending that the mayor and council members approve amendment number 1 to agreement number 23-275 with Trefiletti Consulting, Inc. for strategic program management, planning, and public works infrastructure consulting for the Inglewood Transit Connector project.
Move 1, 2, and 3.
Second.
Madam City Clerk.
Council members, Gray.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Fogg.
Aye.
Mayor Buds.
Aye. DR5.
Staff report recommending that the mayor and council members approve an agreement with Velasquez Associates, Inc. to provide architectural, engineering, design, and acoustic testing services for 75 residential units within the city's residential sound insulation program.
Move 1 and 2.
Second.
Second.
I have a question, Mayor.
Hold on 1 second. Okay, your question.
Yes, this item has to do with engineering, design, and acoustic testing for 75 residential units. Are any of these units in my district?
You know, I'm sure there are at least 1 or 2, but we don't have the breakdown right now, as I sit here by address, but the more accurate thing to say is they're within the corridors identified by the FAA. And so it wouldn't be that, like, we're looking for residences in District 1 or District 4. It would be to complete the project in the identified corridors. And so there are a number of residences within District 1 that have received insulation and some to go.
Thank you.
So yes, definitely there are some in District 1.
All right, thank you, Mr. Mayor. I really appreciate the comments, but is there any staff here who would know specifically if they're in any of those in my district? I see someone raising their hand.
Yes or no? Yes. All right, thank you.
Can you tell me where they are? Carlton Square and Crossroads, the gated communities. How many are in my district? All right. All right, thank you very much. Thank you.
Madam City Clerk.
Council members Gray,
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Fogg. Aye. Mayor Buds.
Aye. 01,
Staff report recommending that the mayor and council members adopt ordinance number 23-17, amending or repealing various municipal code sections regulating peddling, soliciting, and sidewalk vendors, and adding a new Article 13 sidewalk vendor program to Chapter 8 of the municipal code to comply with changes in state law.
Motion to waive further reading.
Second.
Madam City Clerk.
Council members Gray.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Fogg. Aye. Mayor Buds.
Aye, move adoption.
Second.
Madam City Clerk.
Council members Gray.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Fogg. Aye. Mayor Buds.
Aye, 02,
Staff report recommending that the mayor and council members adopt ordinance number 23-18, approving zone code amendment number 23-00005 to modify miscellaneous regulations in Chapter 12 of the Inglewood Municipal Code related to affordable housing, daycare regulations, and condominium regulations citywide.
Motion to waive further reading.
Second.
Madam City Clerk.
Council members Gray.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Fogg. Aye. Mayor Buds.
Aye, A1.
Thank you, Mayor. We have two.
Excuse me, Mayor. Can we?
Oh, move adoption?
Yes, second.
Madam City Clerk.
Council members Gray.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Fogg.
Aye.
Mayor Buds.
Aye, A1.
Thank you, Mayor. We had two closed session items. The first one, request and settlement authority in the Daniel Lee workers' compensation matter.
So moved.
Second.
Madam City Clerk.
Council members Gray.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Fogg.
Aye.
Mayor Buds.
Aye.
And the second item, Mayor, was the Baptist Reed versus City of Inglewood matter, and that one we're also requesting settlement authority in that matter.
So moved.
Second.
Madam City Clerk.
Council members Gray.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Fogg.
Aye.
Mayor Buds.
Aye. A2.
Thank you, Mayor. As to oral reports, there are no other oral reports from the city attorney's office.
Thank you, sir. CM1.
Thank you, Mayor. There are no oral reports from the City Manager's Office.
Thank you, sir. CC1.
Yes, Mayor, thank you so much. Just a few comments. One, wanted to mention about the podcast. Wanted to thank Thomas Bunn and his staff, Carlo and Katie, for being there with us. The podcast was successful. Also want to thank those that were in attendance with us. I truly, truly appreciate you guys so much, and it is currently live on Facebook right now, so you can head over to Facebook and take a look at it. Also, Mayor, I wanted to mention that my deputy, Angela Allen, she is officially a notary, and so I wanted to applaud her and commend her for receiving her notary. She has her journal and her stamp, so she is ready to go.
All
Is that
right.
like a graduation photo?
Photo. Also, Mayor, on Saturday will be the second annual National Voter Registration Day event. It's going to be held right here at City Hall on the South Lawn from 11 o'clock a.m. until 4 o'clock p.m. Our Parks and Recreation Department, they have a lot of fun things for our children. So we want our parents to bring our children out. It's not just about I want to register to vote. If you have questions, we have state offices that will be here to answer your questions and to help with anything needed, especially considering that our property values have rise to the heavens. And so our county assessor office, he will be here to answer those tough questions as well. And then we have live entertainment by legendary blues singer Sonny Green. So you guys don't want to miss that. And then lastly, Mayor, did you know that Beyonce had her concert here in Inglewood?
I heard some about that.
And did you see that the Prince and Princess of the Sussex, they were spotted here at the SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. So I want to just pay homage to our council and just say job well done. We had Beyonce here in our city.
We had Taylor Swift too.
Well, you know,
Just saying,
but
all right.
the Prince and Princess was here.
I
You
got
know,
it. I got it.
that's
I
so
got it.
awesome. So just wanted to do that. That concludes my remarks, Mayor. Thank you.
CC2.
Yes, Mayor. Monthly Treasurers Report for the month ending July 31st, 2023.
Receive and file. The successor agencies in session, CSA 2.
Approval of the minutes of the meetings held on June 6, 2023, June 13, 2023, June 20th, 2023, and June 27th, 2023.
Move approval.
Second.
Madam City Clerk.
Successor agency members, Gray.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Fogg.
Aye.
Chairman Butts.
Aye. CSA 3.
Monthly Treasurers Report for the month ending July 31st, 2023.
Receive and file will adjourn the successor agency, the Housing Authorities in session H2.
Approval of the minutes for the meeting held on June 6th, June 13th, June 20th, and June 27th, 2023.
Move approval.
Second.
Madam City Clerk.
Housing Authority members, Gray.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Fogg.
Aye.
Chairman Butts.
Aye. H3.
Monthly Treasurers Report for the month ending July 31st, 2023.
Receive and file adjourn the Housing Authority. Finance Authorities in session F1.
Approval of the minutes of the meeting held on June 27th, 2023.
Move approval.
Madam
Second.
City,
Second.
Madam City Clerk.
Finance Authority members, Gray.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Fogg.
Aye.
Chairman Butts.
Aye. The Finance Authorities adjourn the Parking Authorities in session P1.
Approval of the minutes of the meeting held on June 27th, 2023.
Move approval.
Second.
Madam City Clerk.
Parking Authority members, Gray.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Fogg.
Aye.
Chairman Butts.
Aye. Adjourn the Parking Authority. The JPA's in session JPA 1.
Approval of the minutes of the meetings held on June 13th, June 20th, and June 27th, 2023.
So moved.
Second.
Madam City Clerk.
Joint Powers Authority members, Gray.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Fogg.
Aye.
Chairman Butts.
Aye. JPA 2.
Monthly Treasurers Report for the month ending July 31st, 2023.
Receive and file. We'll adjourn the JPA. Appointments to boards, commissions, and other committees. Councilwoman Gloria D. Gray nominates, and I appoint Michael D. Ector to the Youth Commission. Is there a second?
Move concurrence.
Second.
Madam City Clerk.
Council members, Gray.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Fogg.
Aye.
Mayor Butts.
Aye. Public comments. Persons wishing to address the City Council on any matter connected with city business not elsewhere considered on the agenda may do so at this time. 1 minute. Go right ahead, sir.
Hello.
I hear you fine, sir.
All right. Hi, my name is Omar Baldwin, founder, CEO of Utopian Peace Foundation. I'm just looking for office space and meeting space in the city of Inglewood. We're giving out scholarships, and we're gonna try to start some more e-games and stuff like that. That's all.
You can't hear him? I heard him. He's looking for office space in the city of Inglewood for his nonprofit that gives out scholarships. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, with that, we'll close public comment. Mayor and council remarks. Council District 1, Councilwoman Gray.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I know Mr. Prang has left, but I do want to say thank you to him for that very important presentation he made to all of us today. I also want to welcome back our police chief, Mark Fronterata. I may not have his name
That's
correctly.
it, Fronterata, that's it.
Great. Welcome back, Mark. Glad to have him back here and looking healthy. I have not seen him, but I've been in touch with him throughout him being away. I want to also thank the interim police chief, Hurt, who served diligently in his place. So thank you, interim chief Hurt. There were a couple of items on the board agenda I just want to mention. We did approve a resolution to ratify appointments to the South Bay Workforce Investment Board, and I want to congratulate that board, that organization, actually. It's a fine organization. It provides a very important service to this community, job development and placement for our residents here. And so I want to congratulate Jan Vogel. I know he's been the executive director for many years and done a great job, and to the board members. So thank you for that service. The other item was Darby Park. There was an approval of a contract awarded to a company to improve the Darby Park walking track. I know a number of residents in my district have brought to my attention the need for that improvement of that walking track. And I've walked that track too, and so it does need improvement. So I'm very happy that that will happen. Also, I have a shredding event coming up for District 1 residents. It's September 23rd. It will be at the ICOP Center. Also, I want to mention that I had my first meeting at the ICOP Center with some of my residents. I meet there every third Thursday of the month. That was my first one, and there was a number of people who did come out, and I was very happy to see them come and meet with me. One of the things that were mentioned there is the need for an evening meeting. Folks there really felt strongly about that. And so I will be there again this month, the third Thursday, from 4 to 6. So I look forward to anyone who would like to come out directly and see me again. I went to a couple of Block Club meetings. Eva and Richard Overturf, very important residents. All my residents are important, everyone here in the city, but they had a Block Club party and their neighbors, and it was a great event. And I want to thank Eva for taking me around to meet some of the new neighbors on the block. Also, there was a 77th Street annual Block Club party, and it was a huge event. There was probably 200 people there in the streets. They had great activities for the kids and everything. And so I want to thank Steve Fisher because he took me around to meet a number of the neighbors. And so that does conclude my report today. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Padilla, District 2.
Thank you, Mayor. Just want to let the residents know in District 2 at North Park, we temporarily closed down the play area where the kids can jump on the swing area and their slide, because we're going to be putting up a canopy so the kids can now be playing under some shade. You know, a lot of parents, when they take their kids there, they're always kind of disappointed because these kids are out there running around playing on the playground area and the sun is just beating down on them. So we will be getting the shade canopy up there. It's a work in progress, so just be patient with us. We'll try to open up that area as soon as possible. I also want to thank our county assessor, Jeff Prang. Very good information there. They brought us some booklets here that we're each going to get. And then I will also be including that information in my weekly newsletter. So that those folks that get my newsletter will have that information, how they can take advantage of the opportunities that Mr. Prang mentioned in today's presentation. I too want to thank our our acting chief, Cardell Hurt. He did an outstanding job in the absence of Chief Mark Fronterata, and I want to take an opportunity to welcome Chief Fronterata back. I'm glad he's back to work. He went, through some concerning times, but he's back, and wish him nothing but success. I'm glad to see that he's back on his feet and back at the helm. So welcome back, Chief Fronterata. I want to make sure that everybody knows, and I know the city clerk mentioned her event coming up on Saturday. Hope you can all make it out there. It's very important that we learn as much as we can about our voting, how important that is. So please come out on Saturday to support the city clerk in that endeavor. The following weekend, we have our Hispanic Heritage, and then as part of that, I do my classic car show. I'm looking to have over 100 cars in the classic car show, but we're also gonna have entertainment. We're gonna have vendors. We're gonna have a bunch of other booths that are going to be set up in downtown Market Street. I know Councilmember Morales is going to touch on that in his presentation today, but I think it's important that we all come out and support this important event. If you're interested in maybe having a booth or being a vendor, please call 310-412-8750. With that being said, Mayor, if you would close in the memory of a dear friend of mine who passed away last week, Mr. Juan Fragosa. He is the father of one of my commissioners and District 2 resident, Jacob Fragosa. When I was a young kid, just real quick, Mayor, if you give me 30 seconds. Sure. Mr. Fragosa used to work at the Westchester Golf Course. And as young kids, we didn't have any money, but we'd go down there and hang out. And he would let us hit some of the balls around. And then he would take us into the cafeteria and treat us to a hamburger and some French fries. And as a kid, those hamburgers looked huge, you know. And so he's always had a special place in my heart. May his family know that we are praying for them, and may he rest in eternal peace. Thank you.
And is he the father of that Santa Monica policeman, Rosa?
Yeah, they also have family members on the police department.
Because I heard
And
of
Jonathan
Fragoso.
Fragosa,
Yeah.
who passed away last year,
Okay, thank you.
his son.
Councilwoman Dion Falk, District 4.
Thank you, Mayor. I too want to welcome Chief Fronterata back on duty. It's good to see him. I'm glad that he's recovered and he's back to City Hall. I also want to congratulate our Public Works Division. We had Taylor Swift, a lot of Swifties in town, and then also last week we had Beyonce. And so we've had full sellout stadium events over the last several weeks. And our Public Works has done an amazing job organizing the traffic, making sure that we didn't have any accidents, and everybody who attended was, they made sure that they directed the walking traffic as well as the incoming traffic. So congratulations to them, because that was a lot of work, and I feel like we are getting our traffic down to, it's fine-tuned at this point. So again, congratulations. I want to thank our residents that came out to participate in my Let's Get Healthy dance series. It was a great event. We had 3 nights, 3 Thursdays, and the first one was the line dancing, second one was the Latin Zumba, and then the last one was the Chicago Style Stepping. We had a great time. There's city clerk and our deputy city clerk that came out to support. And it was very healthy, very safe, very fun. I went home each time like soaking wet. I danced and I had a great time. So we're going to have more events like that next summer. We're going to have probably double the number of classes. So look out for that next summer. And then I also want to congratulate the Second Avenue Block Club and the Century Heights Block Club. They both had Block Club parties over the last couple of weeks. Great events, lots of information. I came out and presented. The mayor was there. We both presented information to make sure that our residents are informed and know what's happening in the city of Inglewood. There's some of our lovely residents right there that were in attendance. And so, there was Block Club meetings going on all over the city, but we had some great ones right in District 4. I also want to congratulate Assembly Member Mike Gibson. He hosted, I believe it's his 9th annual March, Mothers in Mourning March in his district. And so I went out of Inglewood and went to attend that. And so it was a great opportunity for folks, residents, to come out, participate, who have lost a loved one to gun violence. He's been doing that every year, and it's growing and growing. So I was very happy to be able to attend that and support him. I didn't realize it at the time, but he lost a child to gun violence, and so that's the reason why it's so important to him. So congratulations, Assemblymember Mike Gibson. Closing out, I want to congratulate 2 of our District 4 residents. They are the lovely couple. They are celebrating their 50th anniversary, Stephanie and Tyrone Clayton in District 4. Congratulations to them on 50 years of marriage. And then also, I want to wish our Second Avenue Block Club captain, Hervé Gordon, a speedy recovery. He did suffer some recent health challenges and was not able to attend the Block Club party. So best wishes to him from District 4. That's all I have, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Morales.
Thank you.
Aloy Morales, District 3.
So really quick, just want to congratulate Chief Fronterado for making it back. I got to tell you, experience matters, and we're lucky to have him after so many years. Cardell Hurt did a great job while he was here. I do want to point out something that the police officers helped with. There was a business that was empty. Some folks had basically broken in, squatted, and started renting out the spots inside for stadium parking. And they had banners out and everything. And I noticed it, but I was like, okay. So the owner called and basically said, this is what's going on. The police officers went out there and cleared it up. But I mean, these things are happening, and it's amazing that we just pick up the phone, call the police officers, and it's resolved. So we forget how important the department is. To have your own department, that's really what's the big deal here. That being said, just want to touch a little bit about what was said in terms of the Hispanic Heritage Month starts on Friday. Obviously, we're about a little over 50% already here in the city of Inglewood, and we're very fortunate to share each other's culture. And so the 23rd, we're going to have our day. Councilman Padilla does an incredible job with the car show. And then the bands we actually have out there playing are really good bands. So you guys are gonna get, it's a treat. Sometimes the names, that are out there,
And it's
Sonora
free.
Dinamita, they're serious. They get a lot of following. So we're lucky to have that. Hopefully, all the businesses get the support you need, because the local ones that come out, they get a booth, get to know them, because it's important to support our own businesses. So that's all I got, Mayor. Thank you.
Okay. I went to a bunch of block club meetings every weekend. Seems like people are pretty happy out there. Start with a little bit of bad news. Oh, well, that's a good. I didn't know I had a picture. Oh, so anyway, the Urban League, in conjunction with Intuit, has a small business grant program. And part of the program to get the grant is that you have to go through some business education. And they brought a global vice president into it, from Intuit for this, and the guy had a British accent, so he came from a long ways away. So think about people coming from across the sea to Inglewood to this kind of event. We're moving up, you guys. We have a little bit of bad news. There's some copper wire thefts that have been occurring in the city. And what's happening is we have thieves that are coming to the base of a street light, opening the access cover, hooking the wire to some part of a vehicle, and driving away. And it doesn't just disable that one street light, it pulls the wire for a whole block of street lights. And we had 5 locations hit. So I want you to know we're actively engaging in countermeasures right now. We can't tell you what exactly we're going to do because it would tip the thieves off, but we will have this under control very shortly. I wanted to talk about property values. The assessor said that property values have increased 143% since 2010. Now, Aloy and I are the only people from the council back then for when what was supposed to be the recovery period from 2006, when there was the housing crash because of all the bad loans in the system. And so we had come to where we were going to be, but property values have risen faster in Inglewood than anywhere in the county of Los Angeles. There was a time when there were no $1 million properties in Inglewood in the residential area. Now we have thousands of homeowners that are property millionaires. And that's something that we're very proud of, and the city is very proud of. And so, and with that, I'm going to close in the memory of Juan Fregoso, and we're adjourned.